Welcome back into another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing exactly how to journal your trades in order to make progress in the markets, in order to make progress as a trader. At the end of the day, we're day traders, man. We're swing traders, scalp traders, whatever you are. We got to journal our progress. We got to journal every single opportunity that we take. It only makes sense. This is the only way to grow, to see what you're doing right and to see what you're doing wrong, to discover the nuances in between the trades that hit TP and the ones that hit stop loss. We gotta see exactly what's going on. And in this video, I'm going to do a deep dive and take you all the way through exactly how to journal your trade. Not only that, but I also will show you how to build it so you can navigate and customize your own template. So enough with all this, man. We about to hop straight into the trading journal right now. I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna come right back because I'm actually about to take a live trade right now on NASDAQ and I'm recording it. So, I mean, we might as well just take a live trade and then actually end up journaling the trade as we speak. I see a market that I like. I like NASDAQ. I like the way it looked. So I'm going on my phone. I'm literally about to enter this in right now. We got a 15-minute engulfing getting ready to come in within the next 30 seconds. So I think I'm about to enter. It's also 11:15. Now I'm going to screenshot everything. This is like a live trade, but also a live journal. But we still got the data coming. Off the weekly time frame, we got the first one. Then we drop down onto the daily. We take the next one. Then I go down into the 4-hour, waiting for indecision, all of that good stuff. Take that one. Then after that, we go ahead and we go down to the time frame that I entered on, and this was off the 15. So I take this screenshot. The next step, once I got every single screenshot I need, I then go into Notion. As you can see right now, you already see from the top, it says specifics for April. This is exactly the specific trades that I'm taking for April. So far, I'm only taking 3 trades. Place number 4. This is also a C setup because it's not the cleanest, but you know, it's Monday, decent setup, has potential, and it's a quick setup. So the opportunities expense, I risked $200 on this trade. It is April 14th, and it is a Monday. So I just jot in all the information, the instrument right here. We go to NAS 100, the direction, I'm shorting it. And the opportunities outcome, I have to wait for this until we see how this opportunity plays out. Currently, price is pulling back a little bit, you feel me? So we are in a tad bit of drawdown, but nonetheless, man, that doesn't matter right now. All that matters is this information that we got to plug in and the trade destination. Did I interfere with the trade, or did it just hit stop loss or take profit? I was up a certain percentage on this one, and I was also not seeing a red flag in this trade, which made me hop out. That I can go into and I can show y'all because we have the gallery over here to the far right. If we jot in the new information, I took a weekly screenshot, daily screenshot, 4-hour, and a 15 upload 1. And then the last, we also have this. As you can see, I just entered in the market to before, and then I also take screenshots for afterwards of how the market ended up playing out. And that's whether my trade hit TP, stop loss. I just jot that information down. I understand y'all just seen me do it, but now we're gonna go into it. Most simplest, easiest trading journal in the world. You can see, you just have your title for the month, and then you just have your opportunities. On average, I know how many trades I take. You have the opportunities in this area right here. You would enter in how many opportunities or what opportunity that you're on. Over here, you go to the grade. What grade is the setup? Now, the grading scale is all up to you. It's discretionary to the user. That also helps keep your emotions more leveled because you already know like where you're at, what type of grade you're with. Next is opportunities expense. And this is where you jot in exactly how much the trade costs. So how much are you investing into this trade? How much are you risking? For example, with this trade that you just seen me take on NASDAQ, this trade right here, I risked $200. Ideally, a 1 or 2 would be about $400, but this trade can also go for a lot more. I'm kind of just, you feel me, letting it do what it do. But I don't need anything over a 1 to 2. I don't need it, so I just aim for what I honestly need. You have the date over here, so you have the exact day. Today is April 14th. I just placed this trade. DOW stands for day of the week. And this is Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. So we get to see the history of when our setups like to occur. What day do they show up on? What day do we got a lot of opportunities appearing? Then we have instruments right next to day of the week. And with the instrument, of course, this is the pair that you're going to be trading. I have USD JPY, CAD JPY, Euro JPY, NAS 100. I have the direction, short or long, long obviously is buying, short is selling. We got the opportunities outcome, and this is where you have to jot in exactly how much you made. So it's kind of like a receipt. You see how much you spent, and then you see how much you got on your return. We got the trade destination, and this tells me a lot of where my mental was for that trade. If I'm interfering with the trade, was it a trade that I honestly needed to be in? Or if I'm interfering, was it that I seen something? Was it a red flag? It's probably shifting, strong area. What is it doing? To me, that, is red flags at times, and I might interfere with a trade and be like, you know what, let me hop out. That's why I see the before and after. How many times when I interfere, am I actually correct? And how many am I actually wrong? It's how you gather your data. You gather it, and then you move smarter within the next trades that you take. That's all you do. You then jot down whether it was a winner or a loser. And then again, like I said, the before and after. As you can see right here, man, this is Euro JPY. I jotted this down last week. This was how it looked before on all the time frames before I entered in. And then this was after. I ended up losing this trade. Now this is a trade that I won. This was on CAD JPY. Same concept. We just got the before and then we got the after. This is afterwards. This is how it played out. Nice solid trade. Man, it is very simple. It's very easy to just do all this. All you need is something simple that you can easily and visibly jot down information in and just be consistent with it. So this is how I journal my trades. This is on Notion, so you do need to make a Notion account. So the next part, man, is how to make the exact replica of what I just showed you. How to make the exact same trading journal that I have. Right here, I'm going to break it down. It's very easy, man. You can customize it to however you want. Add different things in there, take different things out. Do whatever you would like to do, man. I'm just giving you the blueprint. You can experiment with it. Do whatever you want, man. And yeah, just make it fun, bro. Make it simple. But we starting off, we're just going to say April template. The next thing that you're going to want to do is go down here and just click in a random area, man. And then what you're going to want to do is hit the plus. When you hit the plus, you're going to then want to come down to the table view or database. You see it says database right next to table view. It's not the table, it's a table view. Click on that. You have your whole database right here. You just hit plus. For example, new page. I'm just gonna put a 1 for the opportunity. And then right over here, you see the properties. This is how you customize it. If you want to add in text, you put text right here. If you want to say, for example, how we did the day of the week, we're going to go to date. We're going to add that. We'll leave it as date. Say you want to jot in your numbers for how much the opportunity costed. You would then click on text. Say you want to add in all the pairs that you trade. You will go to select. And you see how the table is starting to grow. Next, let's say you want to add the check boxes for your plus and your minus. You go over here to checkbox, click on that, leave it right there, and you would add in another checkbox just for the opposite. And now you already have half of it right here. The most important part, man, if you want to add in your gallery so you can see the before and after with these trades, you then want to go over here and click on files and media. Boom. And then you can add the links in there. That's for a before. And then you can also do the same thing for like an after. And files and media, add it right there. Boom. Before, after. You can just rename it up at the top. I would do that. Let's just put after. Go over here. Before. You can add in all the screenshots. I could do the exact same thing I just did, add in one of them. As you can see, cool. Screenshot in there. This was the NASDAQ one that we just took. Cool. Let's just say it was a winner. Hopefully it is. We add the checkbox on this end. Let's say we want to select and we want to add it as NASDAQ. You would type in NAS 100. Create. Let's say you was ready to enter in exactly how much you risked on the trade. This is one of the first things that you should do. You go to text, you go over here, just type in, let's say you spent $50 on the NASDAQ trade. And you can change the title to opportunity, however much risk, and then you can just make a duplicate of this exact same tab, exactly how I showed you, adding in another text section to your table, and you would just put in however much it came out to. So say you took your $50 and grew it to 150, then you would have the next one say 150 on this NASDAQ sell, and then obviously the date, you would just pick the date, and it's just like that. With Notion, you can also get a little, you feel me, you can get a little saucy with it. You can add a cover on here to make it however you want to. You can add an icon if you want, like a little emoji, whatever it is, man. This is literally how to journal your trades. I just took a trade on NASDAQ. Y'all see how it's playing out right now. If I go over here to my phone, we can see exactly what's going on. As you can see, man, this is the same NASDAQ trade I entered in right there. This is how we're looking. Excuse the cracked screen. Upgrade coming soon. Excuse it. And we just want price to hit TP. We just want to take what we can get. This is exactly how to journal your trades. This is exactly what you need to do. 24/7, 25/8. Every time you take a trade, don't miss a journal day. Make sure you do it. It's just as important as placing buy or sell. They work together. It's yin and yang. You need the yin for the yang to be the yang, and you need the yang for the yin to be the yin. Man, work smarter, not harder. Journal your trades, and you're gonna progress in your trading journey.